Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. He stopped on the return at the 27. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Nick starting with a pass. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
The tight end going in motion right. Nick's with it on 1st. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Complete out to the right. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Nicks off the play action. Vacates quickly left side. That's pulled in by the rookie out of Oklahoma. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons reach pay dirt for the first time this game. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. Now Camarda on to send it away. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and short, here's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 now. All in left side. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Cooper DeJean with the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Purdy throwing here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cooper DeJean in to pick it off. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a 1st down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense are celebrating on the sidelines.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nicks. Got a man, Robinson has it. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On second down, Robinson. Nice run across the 15. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
On first and 10, here's Nix. Flushed out now to his left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Now Kamara on to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That's caught for the first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. He finds space into the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This throw is caught. He has the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Reed now to kick this one away. Evans now to return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Robinson up the middle. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Nix from the gun. Caught by Marshall. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. Running left is Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Marshall there to bring it in. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Shotgun snap to Nix. Short pass brought in. Has some room to work. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 2nd quarter lead. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Camarda on to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Left side pulled in by Pittman. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
We'll have him gain about a handful there. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 38. Completed to his running back. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Raiders with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
The give here on 2nd. Has some space inside the 15. And is into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Reed now to kick this one away. Here's Carter on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Nix now to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Escapes out to the left. He's going to keep it this time. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd and 1. It is Cup, left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They'll throw again. Nix. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that makes it third down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Nix looking to throw. Getting out to his left. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they've taken back the lead.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
First and 10 now from the 30. Now a give left side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Vegas first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
From the gun is Purdy. He beams one deep right side. This is brought in at the 15. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders take the lead just before halftime. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Evans now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Looking to throw. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. George Pickens, the intended target. And that leaves him with third and short. One last play before the break. Man in motion here. Throwing it just before halftime. He fires one deep down the middle. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. And the Raiders do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
On third down, Purdy finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will take over. First and 10 now from the 30. Nix escapes the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. This one misses the tight end. And it's going to be second down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's on the move. That throw finds Pickens. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Caught by Marshall. The ball is out, but it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Sometimes, let's face it, it's just better to be lucky than good. Your mind as a runner always goes to worst case scenario when you feel that ball get knocked loose. That time the sideline saved him and his team.
Robinson on the inside give. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Nix from the gun. Throw left side, complete. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll run it with Bijan. This is ahead for about 5. Justin Reed with the tackle. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost as he busts those tackles.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Now Nix on 3rd down. Got a man. Robinson has it. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Here's Robinson. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Here he goes on the bootleg. Bails out of the pocket quick. The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Running with Robinson. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Falcons grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons push their lead to 3. Now Camarda on to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. They'll run here on 1st down. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. They motion the tight end over. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, a fullback that gets you the hard yards, it gets you those 1st downs on 3rd down, not too much different than that 3-wood in my golf bag. Just something trusty about it when I really need it.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's... Second and 6 coming up here. From the 43. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying getting that one to Brock Bowers. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. That's caught for the 1st. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Back-to-back carries here. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. On comes Daniel Carlson for a pretty important kick. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. Tracking for it, and it's good! And in the fourth quarter, that's going to tie the game. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. And suddenly a chance to take the lead re-enters the picture following that penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Another carry for him. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders take a fourth-quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's Carter on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Into the hands of Pitts. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nix off the play action. Buying some time left. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Second and 8. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Nix with it on 1st. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them, They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's Robinson up the middle, and he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Setting up to pass. Chased out to his right. Pass taken in by Marshall. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's a give to Robinson. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. All twitched up, they were ready to get it on 3rd and inches, but now a much different situation awaiting them after that false start. It's 3rd and 5 for them after the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. He'll look to throw it. Rolling out to his left. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons push their lead to 3. Now Camarda on to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running this one left. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. And they get up there to clock it. 12 seconds to play. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Now to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Falcons make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back